Hey everyone, welcome to the Restorative Reading and Writing for Wellness podcast. I'm Stephanie, a book-loving, notebook-hoarding reader and writer on a mission to change lives one book and one notebook at a time. On this podcast, we explore the power of books and notebooks as tools for wellness. Reading and writing can help us feel better and make life better too, and I'll show you how I do it. You'll find episodes exploring the research behind reading and writing for wellness, practical strategies to embrace your own restorative reading and writing, and you'll meet authors and special guests who help us take inspired actions in our own daily practices too. So grab a notebook and your TBR list and let's dive into today's episode. Hey everyone, welcome back to another episode of Restorative Reading and Writing for Wellness. I'm Stephanie Affinito, and as always, I'm here with another episode on how reading and writing can make life better. If you are listening to this episode in real time, then it is about midway in the month of December. That means all of the holiday festivities are ramping up. It means all of the holiday productiveness is ramping up, and even likely the holiday stress and the holiday busyness. Now, my one-word theme that I have chosen for December is jolly. It's jolly because I want to hang on to all of those magical, wonderful, jolly memories of all the holidays past when my kids were little and hang on to it, even though they are grown and holidays look a little bit different. I am 100% dedicated to finding even more holiday spirit. But when you are dedicated to finding all of that holiday spirit, all of the other things that we must do that make December stressful don't just fall away, right? So it can be fun to buy all those presents, but it is stressful. You have to clean your house before you can get to the jolly holiday decorating. There is more to do. It seemingly has less time to do it, and the holidays can bring this balance or this dance of having this wonderful holiday, no stress, jolly kind of feeling, and having to do all of the things related to the holidays and maybe even getting stressed out about those family events and things that are just weighing on your shoulders. So I really leaned into writing more, especially in this month. Now, you know that I love the power of restorative writing. I have been leaning into my own learning around that. I'm actually in the middle of my own certification to become an expressive writing therapy coach because writing has been the go-to tool for me to just make life feel better, whether that's to get rid of stress and to release chronic pain, or to get more gratitude and feel more in charge of my future with the planning that I do on the page. Writing can help whatever you happen to be going through, including the holidays. So restorative writing in particular, right, is that kind of writing that helps you grow through what you are going through, and it helps restore you in whatever ways you want or need to be restored. So writing through this busy holiday season, where everything feels amplified, both the festivities and the stress, it gives us a chance to pause. It gives us a chance to decompress. It gives us a chance to process some feelings that we have, to reconnect to our inner child that might be remembering holidays of the past. It gives us a chance to savor all of the goodness of the season. There is so much that the page can bring that I feel that can usher us through and beyond the holiday season, feeling good and feeling better. So I want to offer 7 invitations for you today based on my framework for restorative writing that includes 7 kinds of writing practices. Now, which one is right for you? Only you will know. Some of you are listening to this and you are feeling all of the holiday joy. Your Christmas presents are purchased and wrapped, your house is decorated, and you have weeks to enjoy all of the holiday fun that's in store for you. So you likely will navigate towards a certain kind of writing. But then there might be others of you listening who are maybe in the camp that I am in, which is I only have a couple of presents purchased. I have not fully cleaned my house so that the decorations can come out, and I am feeling the holiday stress. I need a different kind of writing. So, as I offer these 7 writing invitations based on the 7 kinds of restorative writing I have devised, I think one or two, or maybe 3 of them, will just speak to you instantly. You'll know which one feels good and which one you need based on how you're feeling in this current holiday season. So don't try to do all of them. Just pay attention to the cues and the messages and how your body feels as you listen to them. And then you can decide which one might be right for you this week. And then next week, maybe it's a different kind of writing that will get you through that particular week of the holiday, and so on. So let's start with productive writing. This is the first kind of restorative writing in my framework. And it's basically the kind of writing that decreases overwhelm and helps us organize all of the cognitive chaos that may be going through our head. So if you are someone that is overwhelmed by the holiday season, and you know you have so much to do, but don't know if you have the time to do it in and are afraid you're going to drop the ball somewhere, then productive writing is your invitation for today. I invite you to go on a listicle spree. I want you to sit down with your notebook and start creating lists. Those lists will ease your stress and your overwhelm and help you plan. So it could be holiday gift ideas list. It could be lists of gifts you've already purchased. It could be the gifts that you've ordered that you want to make sure you don't forget about coming in the mail, so you have a list of those. It can be a list of holiday gatherings, a list of everything you'll need to make your wonderful Christmas desserts. It could be a list of small ways to take care of yourself in the holiday season to feel better. It could be lists of people to send your Christmas cards to. It could be lists of all of the things you need to do in order to feel productive this season. It may even be a list of small joys you don't want to miss, a list of holiday traditions that you don't want to drop the ball on. Listing on the page is a very low stakes, easy, and very quickly effective way to get the chaos out of your head and onto the paper. And when you do, you can look at it more objectively. You can feel like you're not going to drop the ball because the page has your back. So that is productive writing. Now let's move into reflective writing. So this is for all of you planners. This is for all of you who really want to embrace a particular feeling or experience over the holiday, and you want to figure out what that is. Not only do you want to figure it out, but you've got the time to sit down for 10 or 15 minutes with a cup of coffee and relax into this kind of writing session. So, reflective writing helps us get inside our own head. It helps us figure out what we want, figure out how we feel, and just get a bit meta in the moment. So, if this is something that appeals to you, I invite you to open up to a fresh page and write down 3 words: be, do, feel. If you've been listening to the podcast, you know that that is my framework for both restorative reading and writing. It is a framework that helps you decide what books you need and excuse me, and what journal prompts you need in terms of a book and a notebook apothecary. So, who do you want to be in this holiday season? Write it out. What do you want to do in this holiday season? List it out. How do you want to feel? Maybe you write, maybe you list, maybe you draw, maybe you sketch. The Be, Do, Feel framework is a quick, easy, and accessible way to ground yourself in whatever season of life you are in, and in this case, whatever season of the calendar you are in. So if that sounds like something that appeals to you, a really quick Be, Do, Feel session can help you wrap your head around the holiday to come. Up next is responsive writing. This is the kind of restorative writing that drops in our laps. It's not the kind of writing that we sit down and plan for. It's the kind of writing that for all of my wooey fans, the universe thinks we need, right? So we encounter so many stimuli every day. Maybe it's a book we've read, it's a movie we watched, it's an experience we had, it's something we saw while scrolling. All of those experiences have the potential to send us little messages, to send us little nudges. I don't think it's an accident that we interact and get in front of the things we interact with and get in front of. So, what might be the message? What quote that jumped out at you in the book you read is making you think? What movie that made you cry or made you feel a particular way is trying to send you a message of what you might want this holiday season? What is something that stopped the scroll on social media, whether it was a positive or a negative or just some strong emotion that made you think in the moment? If something like that happened to you recently, take some time to write about it. And if not, just knowing that this kind of writing is available to you as a spur of the moment, spontaneous, let's see what messages I can gather today, I promise you, you'll look at what happens to you differently throughout the day if you think of it as a message for what you might need during this holiday season. Okay, so there's productive writing, reflective writing, and responsive writing. Let's move on to creative writing. Creative writing is exactly what it sounds like. It gives you a chance to jump to the other side of your brain and have a little fun. Now, creative writing could be doing your regular writing, but with a creative twist, like getting out the gel pens or the stickers or the glitter or the washi tape, whatever it is that feels creative to you. Or you might actually get creative with what comes out on the page. Maybe you're creating some winter or holiday poetry. Maybe you are writing acrostic poems to represent the holiday that you celebrate. What I invite you to do this week is have a bit of holiday creative fun by creating some fun holiday messages and cards. Really, all you need is a sticky note or an index card and a couple of holiday themed colored markers and write a quick note to someone. Leave it somewhere where they'll find it. Or get creative and create a fun holiday meme on Canva and send it to someone through email. Not only is this creative writing, but it helps you build connections with those you love around you as well. Now, up next in my restorative writing framework is commemorative writing. This is the kind of writing that we do to hold on to the good. We want to remember what life was like at a particular time. We want to hold on to memories that we just want to savor for years to come. For this kind of writing, I invite you to think about how you could preserve the holidays of your past so that you can become more intentional about your present holiday and your holidays into the future. So, if this kind of thing appeals to you, you might sit down and just think about your favorite holiday traditions or your most powerful holiday memories, the people that you associate the holiday with, the experiences you associate the holiday with, the food that gets your taste buds going even now as you think about the traditional foods that your family serves. It's sitting down and just thinking about the Christmases, the holidays of your childhood, of your past, and remembering what felt really good, what felt special, and deciding how you can bring some of that or keep some of that as what matters most in this holiday season. Up next is probably one of my favorite, but one of my newer categories I've added to the framework since I've dove into this research, and that's affirmative writing. Affirmative writing is the kind of writing that affirms feeling good. Now, there's a couple of different kinds of affirmative writing. We can talk about affirmations, which is the invitation I'm going to offer to you here. But there's also affirmative writing, like writing down our dreams and affirming them on the paper. Writing about things we want to accomplish as if they have already happened is another kind of affirmative writing. But for this holiday writing, I would love for you to write a couple of holiday affirmations for yourself to help you stay grounded and present in what you want to stay grounded and present in. Now, you could have a couple of generic, so to speak, holiday affirmations like, I am committed to finding holiday joy. Or this is a season of jolliness and I am here for it all. Whatever kind of affirmation speaks to you works. But based on your be, do, feel framework, based on what you may have uncovered in your commemorative writing of holidays in the past, you might design a couple of personal affirmations for yourself, right? So for me, for example, this holiday is very different because it's the first holiday season where everyone is not home all of the time. And so my affirmations are around being committed to making the most of the family moments that I have, of looking on the bright side of all of the traditions we are able to do, and thinking about even devising some new ones. For you, your holiday affirmations might come around feeling less stressed around the holiday. It might come around more family and friends. Who knows what your affirmations might be, but I bet you know exactly the message you need to remind yourself of. And so, writing about them and why you need them, and even writing them a couple of times again and again on the page, can really help you stay focused on what matters most for you. And then finally, the last category is one of my favorites and the one that has had the most impact on my life and health. That is expressive writing. This is the kind of writing where you are showing up on the page in whatever way your body needs you to show up for. It's basically the kind of writing that helps you release stored emotions from your body so that you can show up as your best self in the holiday season. So, this kind of writing might be where you vent about holidays of the past to get it off your chest. It might be the kind of writing where you are writing about a negative experience and you want to rewrite it on the page so that this holiday doesn't follow the same trajectory. It can be about releasing stored emotions related to anything around the holiday season. And it doesn't mean that it's negative. It just means that you let yourself go there. You let yourself write about what you're afraid of this holiday season. You let yourself write about the stresses or the tensions. You just let it out so that your body has more room for all of the wonderful, happy things that you want to do. Now, one quick note about this expressive writing. Ideally, you are not saving it. You are not saving the kind of deep, raw writing, especially if some negative emotions do come up on the page, because you want to give yourself a little ritual or a symbol of letting them go so that all of the other good things can come to you for the holiday. So maybe you just wad it up in a ball and you throw it away. Maybe you shred it. Maybe you burn it. You can do whatever you want to do it. But I will give you that little tip that if you need to let go of some negative emotions around the holidays, write it on the page, get it all out, and then release it. Okay, so there were 7 kinds of writing that can help you write your way up to, through, and beyond the holidays. Let's review them one quick time. If you want to get productive, create some holiday lists. If you want to get reflective and really plan intentionally, consider jotting some thoughts around the be, do, feel framework. If you want to get responsive, start paying attention to the messages and the nudges you're getting all day long and write about 1 or 2 of them. If you need a bit of creativity, have some fun with some holiday markers and washi tape and create some fun holiday messages and cards for those you love. Commemorative writing helps you preserve the holidays of the past. So if you want to bring that magic you remembered as a kid to your current holiday, spend some time writing about it and bring it back to the present. If you need a little affirmative nudge, if you need a reminder of what matters most, go ahead and create some holiday affirmations for yourself. Write them down multiple times and write about why they matter to you. And finally, if you need to release some stress, anxiety, any of those kinds of feelings around the holiday, go ahead and show up in the page or show up to the page, let it all out, and then destroy it so that you can signal to your body it is time for something else. So I hope that one of those kinds of writing invitations is appealing to you in the moment, and you know that I would love to know what it is. Do one of these writing invitations feel like something you need right now? Tell me about it. You can find me in the show notes at alitlife.com. You can head to social media and send me a direct message at @AffinitoLit. Or better yet, you could join me in my private Substack community. There, we are working on being jolly for the holiday all month long. We have a book society session planned where we are sharing our most favorite holiday books. We have a book wrapping event planned to have some more holiday fun, and there will be bonus episodes around the kinds of holiday writing that we could do. So if that sounds like something you might want and need and could be the thing to help you bring that writing habit to life over the holiday season and make your holidays better, I would love to see you there. You can find the link in the show notes, or you can go to alitlife.substack.com. Thanks so much for listening, everyone. I hope this episode helped you see that the page is waiting for you and it is there to help you grow the kind of holiday you want to grow and get through it with ease and festive holiday joy. I can't wait to see what you think about the writing invitations that you will try. So don't forget to send me that message, and I will see you in the next episode. Thanks for listening, everyone. Thanks for listening to today's episode of the Restorative Reading and Writing for Wellness podcast. You'll find links to all of the books, resources, and ideas mentioned in the show notes and at alitlife.com. And if you want more, you might like to join my Get Literate Substack community. There, you'll find additional inspiration for your reading and writing life, like bonus podcast episodes, book calendars, monthly book clubs, notebooking inspiration, live events, giveaways, and much more. It's only $5 a month, and you get instant access to all of the previous content, too. You can learn more at getliterate.co. But there's one more thing. If you love what you listened to today, please take a moment to rate and review the podcast, or take a screenshot of the episode and text it to a friend. This helps the podcast grow and builds our bookish and notebookish community, too. Thanks for listening, everyone.